Sawadee from Thailand. I'm excited to share that I've made available for free the December's Koh Samui Flipbook. To give you an idea what you'll find in my book, Thailand's Best Islands, So Many Islands, So Little Time. The free Flipbook offers a stunning visual journey through one of Thailand's most beautiful islands, Koh Samui, highlighting its pristine beaches, vibrant culture and lush landscapes. By visiting my website, you can easily access this complimentary flipbook and immerse yourselves in the captivating sights and stories of Koh Samui. So don't miss out on this opportunity to explore the paradise island of Koh Samui from the comfort of your own lounge room for free. That's right, free, gratis, no charge. You'll find the link to my website in the description of this video. Then go to my website to pick up your free copy of the Koh Samui Flipbook. The Flipbook is crammed full of everything you'll need to know if you're planning a trip to Koh Samui. The Flipbook also lists Thailand's most popular islands, the protocol of getting through Thailand's immigration and customs and what's in the arrival hall at Bangkok's Suvarnabhumi Airport, the yearly Gulf of Thailand's Islands yearly weather chart, how to get to Koh Samui from Bangkok, either flying and taking the ferry, renting a car or taking a bus, then taking the ferry, or taking the train and then taking the ferry to the island. If you're flying into Koh Samui, there's a map detailing the arrivals hall at Koh Samui's airport, as well as a map of all the ferry ports on the island. There's an article on the different modes of transport to getting around the island, such as motorbike rentals, songthaus, metered taxis, and even motorbike taxis. There's a list of the different hotels and where to stay in Koh Samui, from lowly backpackers accommodation to luxurious 5-star accommodation on the beach. There's also a rundown of the cost of living in Koh Samui, places to go and things to do in Koh Samui, and the popular beaches on the island. But Koh Samui is not just about the beaches. There's some magnificent Buddhist temples to visit on the island, and if you like to take photographs and see magnificent island views, there's a list of all of the lookouts and viewpoints on Koh Samui. There's also articles on the best places to shop on the island, from massive shopping malls to small quaint local markets. The Flipbook also guides you on what to do and where to go when the sun goes down on the island, including the protocol of visiting a lady bar if you're so inclined. And should you overindulge, there's a list of the medical care in Koh Samui, from clinics to hospitals. If you come into Thailand for a longer period, you can also do some island hopping from Koh Samui to the two neighbouring islands of Koh Phangan and Koh Tao. There's also a list of the many Buddhist festivals if you're planning on attending a festival while you're visiting the country. There's a guide to the different visas required to enter Thailand, some helpful tips when visiting Thailand, including tips on the culture of the country, dealing with the heat and humidity in the wet season. There's also some useful websites to help you plan your trip, and some Thai words and phrases to learn before you arrive in the country to help you communicate with the locals when you're here. So what are you waiting for? Go to my website and pick up your free copy of the Flipbook, So Many Islands, So Little Time, issue number 1, Koh Samui. And while you're there, take a look at all of my other books on retiring overseas, as well as 3 of my books in the Thai Died series of books featuring Police Lieutenant Chai Son SINUAN, an incorruptible Thai police officer in a police force that is rife with corruption. These intriguing plots are sure to captivate readers who appreciate a blend of cultural depth and real-time suspense. For something a little different, you'll find Adolf Fittler, a work of fiction, though it's based on my own experiences when growing up in Middlesbrough during the 1950s and 1960s. This was the time of the Windrush era, where immigrants from Caribbean and other Commonwealth countries came to the UK to undertake a variety of jobs to help rebuild the nation after World War II. The book takes in the difficulties that the immigrants faced due to their ethnicity and the colour of their skin. and it's seen through the eyes of a young boy called Adolf Fittler, who started his life as a racist because he had no choice, as when he was growing up, that's all that his racist father talked about. Every conversation revolved around or related to black or Asian people. But in 1959, there was a turning point in Adolf's life, an event that would transform the way that he would view the world and live his life, when Winston and Kalisha Brown, two kids from Jamaica, moved into a council house just 2 doors down from the Fittler house. Another book that you'll find on my website is The Deptford Mass Murders, a work of fiction based on a true story. In 1905, a crime took place in London that would change the way that the police forces around the world would identify criminal suspects. The Deptford Mass Murders. On the 27th of March in 1905, Thomas Farrow was found beaten to death in an oil and paint shop he managed in Deptford. Anne Farrow, Thomas's wife, was also badly beaten and succumbed to her injuries and died in hospital 1 week later. This was a crime that Scotland Yard Fingerprints Bureau had been waiting for since the Bureau was formed in 1901. A high-profile crime that would put the spotlight on the science of fingerprinting as a reliable, efficient and infallible system of identifying criminals. A week after the crime was committed, brothers Alfred and Albert Stratton were arrested and later put on trial at the Old Bailey, accused of wilful murder. The prosecution had very little evidence to convict the brothers, and what they did have was mainly circumstantial, except for a thumbprint which was found on the cash box in the Farrow's bedroom above the paint shop. So thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to get your free flipbook from my website. Take care, safe travels, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers for now.